I recently posted a video about course correcting, and I gave the analogy about how an airline pilot is rarely on a straight path from A to B. He's always having to make little corrections throughout the journey to ensure he gets there safely. And I gave the analogy and related it to our careers and our lives. But what I didn't do is I didn't give any concrete examples or steps on what it means to course correct. So today I'm going to give 4 examples of what it means to course correct, or ways that we can course correct. And the first one is to actively seek feedback. And I've talked about this before, but when we actively seek feedback, it's kind of like having a co-pilot, someone there that's gonna be able to look at it from the outside, and they can tell us where we're making mistakes that we're probably not able to see. And also, we need to be willing to accept this constructive criticism, and it's going to help us get to where we're trying to go a lot faster. Also, being willing to seek out mentors or even joining peer networking groups. With the peer networking groups, that's going to allow you to feed into other people and for them to feed into you. And that way, everyone is winning in the process. Another way is to embrace continuous education. The fact of the matter is, what got us to where we are probably isn't going to get us to the next level. So we must continuously seek information, and we have to be strategic about the information that we're seeking out. Not learning just to be learning, but making sure that we're paying attention to things that are in alignment with whatever our goals are. And also paying attention to industry trends. A great way to do that is to subscribe to certain publications, or even listen to certain podcasts that are in alignment with what you're trying to do. What that's going to do is going to help you anticipate certain shifts in your industry so that you can make the adjustments early and not wait and be forced to do so. Number 3, we should be conducting regular checks. Any airline pilot, what they're going to do before they get on a plane is they're going to make sure that they go through their checklist to ensure everything is right before they get on the plane. At least that's what they're supposed to do. And we can do the same thing. But for us, a lot of times it comes down to our reviews. Any company I've ever worked for, there's at least a yearly review, semi-annual review, quarterly reviews. If you want to get very detailed, we can even have monthly reviews. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to zoom out so that we can take an assessment of what's going on. We can see what's working, we can see what's not working, and also we need to make sure that we're tracking everything that we're doing. It's hard to make adjustments and make changes if we haven't tracked it. When we track what we're doing in our KPIs, which is our key performance indicators, we're going to see where we need to make the adjustment. And that data is the thing that we're going to use to make sure that we're making the most strategic changes so that we can get back on the path. And the last one, number 4, we need to make sure that we're very agile and willing to pivot. The thing is, sometimes we can think we have the best game plan in the world, but it just doesn't work. And successful people know how to pivot. It doesn't make sense to continuously throw money into a bucket with a hole in it. All right. But before you make a big shift, what a lot of people like to do is start experimenting with other maybe products or the services that they may have in mind. And that way they can start testing the market before they make a big shift. But at the end, we need to make sure that we're able to pivot quickly. It's not that you're failing, it's that you're able to make strategic decisions. Once again, taking it back to the airline pilot, if he's en route to a destination and he gets word that there's a major storm ahead, he's not going to continuously go through that storm simply because he's on the journey. He's going to make a pivot. He's going to make an adjustment to ensure that he gets there safely. So I hope this type of information helps. If you like this information, make sure that you're sharing it with someone else that could benefit from it. Also, make sure that you're subscribing to the channel or following the page. And I'm leaving a comment. Tell me what you think about this. And until next time, take care.